forget. What's the deal, collective? I gotta do one. Oh, ashtray. Anyway, I'm gonna use it. I'm not getting up again. Grab this big ass one right here. What's the deal? What's the deal? What's the deal, people? Hope all are doing well. I'm having a blessed day, afternoon, or evening whenever you come across this reading. Hope you enjoy your weekend. So I decided to get online and tap in. So we're going to tap in. We're going to tap in. I've already cleansed my cards. I've already shuffled my cards earlier. I was supposed to go live earlier, but I didn't. So I'm going to go live now. I feel it's the right time to go live now. So collective, we're going to tap the fucks in. I'm just trying to figure out what deck I'm going to use first. So I'm building a deck. So let's use those. Hold on. I'm building a new deck. It's not there yet, but we can see what's going to come out from this deck over here. And then we start off with that energy. Hey. What's the dealio? So let's see. Let's start out with the deck that I'm building. And then we're going to read off of that energy. So live your life. That's the song that was in my head before I came online. I'm gonna be, you're gonna be a shining star. So live your life. You living your life, collective. You ain't got no time for no haters. You're living your life. So let's see. It's not really, you see, it's not even nowhere near close to being done. But we're gonna see. We're gonna shuffle this little power here, and we're gonna see angels, ancestors, spirits of the divine white light. Light attribute only. Please provide me with some insights. Let's clear the energy. You already know if you watch me with a good heart and good intentions, you are blessed and protected. But if you watch me with any ill will or malintentions, all evil eyes go blind 144,000 times. So let's see. What is the energy if I'm using this deck? What is the... Ooh. Wow. Organized crime. Target individual. RICO crime. Power abusers. This is about some type of organized crime. On the bottom of the deck, trying to dismiss you. Conspiracy theory. Paranoia. Mental illness. So collective. The energy could be that you're dealing with some organized crime. You're a targeted individual. Okay? When it comes to some power abusers. And they're trying to dismiss your claims. They're trying to dismiss your claims as conspiracy theory. Like you have some type of paranoia or you have some type of mental illness. That's what that is. That's what they're trying to say. That there's no organized crime. You're not a target individual. What you talking about? I'm not abusing my power. That's what they out here saying. That bitch is crazy. That nigga crazy. They mental. They paranoid. They're conspiracy theorists. They're trying to discredit you, collective. But you see, can I tell you something? If you're like me and you've been documenting If you've been able to catch the people doing the dumb shit that they doing, then you have receipts of that. And there's no coincidences, and the time frames of something, and the time frames of somebody doing the same thing over and over and over again for more than 2 years, then it becomes you are a targeted individual, and it is organized crime. So they could try to dismiss you, like if you are a conspiracy theorist or you paranoid. They could sit there and run all the mental illnesses names down the line to everybody that they want to go lie to. But if you are like a me and you got a receipt, then they can't talk about you got any mental illness. Wow. All I did was push the deck to me so I could use it, and we got the cards that was left behind on the bottom. Is they feeling the pressure and the walls is caving in for being all up in your business? Whatever they did is unforgettable. But I'm not gonna take that. I'm just saying. Motherfuckers just don't know how not to send me spell work, right? Let's cover my head, peoples. Let's cover my head, because now they come and watch me, and they come online and they watch me and they be like, all right, let's attack her crown. Yeah, no. So let's tap into this energy when it comes to this organized crime and them trying to dismiss you as a conspiracy theorist. What about this energy? Failed mission, soul swappers. 2 cards came out. So this was a failed mission, them trying to dismiss you as a conspiracy theorist, or you having mental illness. This is somebody that was out here trying to soul swap with you. Soul swapper failed mission. So this organized crime, this you being a target individual was because they was trying to swap out your soul collective. They was trying to swap out your energy, these power abusers. And them trying to dismiss you, it's a failed mission. They attacked you out of spite. This card just is falling out as I pick up the deck. They attacked you out of spite, collective, because you true and faithful. And this is a fake religionist that's racist. And they wanted to come up. So, it's crazy how I start my reading and the churchy people start getting loud and start singing. Or I don't know if that's church people. Maybe it's people that's just partying, but I don't think so. But anyway, so this organized crime targeted individual that's committing some type of RICO crime, these power abusers that were trying to dismiss you as a conspiracy theorist, as you were paranoid and had some type of mental illness. This is all because they were unable to swap out your soul. It was a failed mission. These people attacked you out of spite, all because you are a true and faithful person. This is why they wanted to swap out your soul for theirs, because you're true and faithful and they're not. They're criminals. Organized crime, they're a bunch of criminals. People who abuse their power. Fake religionists. People who claim to be religious, but they're fake. And they're racist. And they wanted to come up. It's all there. A racist fake religionist. A true and faithful racist, fake religionalist. So this is a person that is committed to being racist and fake. And they wanted to come up. Yeah, they're lame collective. Let's make this so I can have some more space on the table, because the way I'm doing this. But anyway, no, let's keep it the way I was doing it. So this person is a true and faithful fake religionist. They stick to being fake. They like being fake. And this person is a lame. It says animals are going missing in your area. Animal sacrifices. These people, this fake religionist sacrifices animals. It says someone's trying to set the record straight. So now someone's trying to set some record straight. It says they were doing too much, karmic pests. So these people went a little bit overboard in what they were doing. It says, yeah, in one ear, out the other. Yeah, they didn't listen. So it says they was doing too much. Somebody could have been telling them to stop, and they didn't listen. Or they weren't listening to their instincts, their intuition. All up in your business. Yeah, they lame because they was all up in your business. We got connected to Earth. Okay, you could be somebody connected to Earth, or there's somebody could be connected to Earth. There could be an Earth sign. You could be an Earth sign. Come on, confirmation. So this could be an Earth sign. They tried to water you down, but it only rejuvenated you and revitalized your garden. So you're somebody connected to the earth. Being that this says they try to water you down. So somebody try to downplay you, and you grew a garden. Yeah, they in the panic room. They in the panic room because they attacked you out of spite, and it was a failed mission. And they attacked you out of spite because they wanted to come up. This racist ass fake religionist that was doing too much. They were told to leave it alone, but they didn't listen. In one ear, out the other, obviously. And now they're sitting here in the panic room because they are lame. They were all up in your business trying to swap out your soul for theirs. Yeah, they was doing blood magic. They out here doing blood magic collective. They're in a sticky situation. What's this that I see? Circus clowns. Circus clowns that are getting blindsided. Confirmation. A bunch of circus clowns is getting blindsided. Since they were all up in your business being nosy. Ooh. They have lost grip of reality. Whatever they did was unforgettable. So that keeps wanting to come out. Yeah, they were infatuated with your energy, collective. they saying that you pay for play, that you're easy lay. So somebody was lying on your name. They were throwing dirt on your name, trying to make you seem like you're dirty. It says past is catching up. This is something that they did in the past. So I'm not going to pick no more because I have no more space. Let's click on the dick. It says dysfunctional family. A mother's side of the family, maybe. So a dysfunctional family. Let's see what's behind that. Burdened but not broken. Womb magic in the reverse. So you got a dysfunctional family that targeted you. A bunch of power abusers committed some type of organized crime against you. RICO crime. Tried to dismiss you as a conspiracy theorist. Now they paranoid and saying that you're paranoid and you have a mental illness. And they did all this because they was trying to swap out your soul. But it was a failed mission. And they attacked you out of spite. So there was no reason for them to attack you. And this is a true and faithful fake religionist that's racist that wanted to come up. They're lame. They sacrifice animals where they live in their area. And there could be somebody out here that's trying to set the record straight. But they were doing too much. So somebody's trying to make themselves look like no. They're trying to set the record straight. So they're trying to lie. They're trying to make themselves look good. But they were doing too much. A bunch of karmic pests. And they were told not to do it. But they did not listen with this in one ear out the other. They weren't listening. They were all up in your business being nosy. Didn't realize you were connected to the earth. And then they try to water you down. But it only rejuvenated you, revitalized your garden. So you are earth. You are of the earth. You're connected to the earth. And they try to water you down. But you still grew. You sprouted a crown. You grew flowers. You blossomed. You bloomed. And now this is putting them in the panic room. Because this was they were doing blood magic on you. They doing too much. They doing too much when they were doing blood magic on you. And this blood magic put them in a sticky situation. Now these circus clowns are getting blindsided. They lost grip of reality because what they did was unforgettable. They were infatuated with you. And they were saying that you were easy lay in the past. That you were paid for play. They were out here lying on your name in the past. And now the past is catching up with them. This is a dysfunctional family of power abusers. They're the ones that are paranoid right now. They're the ones that have a mental illness. What up, music? 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 So yeah, man. So let's see, collective, what else do we got for this energy? Angels, ask the spirits of the divine while I attribute only people provide me with some more insight on this energy. It says, ancestors don't play. Enemies are under attack and they're getting haunted. So they're getting haunted for trying to swap out your soul, collective. This is why it's a failed mission. Because they attacked you out of spite and your ancestors is putting spiritual hands and feet on mother flowers. Misunderstood. You were misunderstood, collective. You're somebody who's always misunderstood. That's why they attacked you out of That's why they attacked you out of spite. It says keep up the good work. Yeah, keep up the good work, collective. You doing a great job, whatever you're doing. Nose itchy. Court is in session. Open and ongoing court case. There's an open and ongoing court case because these people attacked you out of spite. So collective, there's a court case going on for these people. RICO crime, target individual. They made you So motherfuckers got a court case. It says someone's preggo and don't want the baby. They feeling stuck. So somebody could be pregnant that was attacking you. This fake religion list, Emperor energy that came out in the reverse. So a fake emperor, a fake religion list. They refuse to stop the spell work and ritual, so death coming to visit. So somebody might pass away because they don't want to stop wanted to come up, invoke my love and never gonna get it, 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 never get it. No, you're never gonna get it. Not this time. Never gonna get it. So this person want to come up and... Oh my goodness. Oh. Spirit is funny. Spirit is so funny. So funny. Yo. That was hilarious. So Spirit is saying you wanted to come up and you ain't getting shit. You're never gonna get it, 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 never get it, nigga, bitch, never gonna get it. Not a come up, never gonna get it. You're not gonna come up. You're not having no come up. You wanted to come up, you're not getting it. And you wanted somebody's loving confirmation. My nose is itching like crazy. It says your family has a lot to do with everything going on, collective. These people are lame. We got Leo wanted to come up behind that. There could be a Leo in your family. So there was a Leo that came out right behind that. So Leo in your family, confirmation, nose itching again. There's a Leo that could be a family member of yours that has a lot to do with everything going on. Name could start with the letter A. U. A or U. UA. It says, I want to be loved by you. I want to be loved by you and nobody else but you. That's crazy how the letter U came out. And the song, hey, 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 that's for you. The A, huh? That's for you. So somebody wants to set the record straight. Somebody that wants to be loved by you, collective. Somebody that wants to be loved by you it wants to set the record straight. They doing too much. Someone is about to disappear without a word. So somebody that was doing too much is about to disappear without a word. a message. So somebody's in one ear, out the other. A message. It came out in the reverse. Somebody, so like I said, confirmation. Somebody sold somebody. Somebody sold somebody. Somebody was trying to sold somebody. Anyway, somebody told someone not to do something, or told someone that wasn't a good idea or whatever, a message in the reverse, and they were not listening to the message. When I saw the A, I thought that's hopefully yours. I don't know. There is somebody in my family with a letter A that I'm thinking, but I don't know if they're Leo or not. And the only reason why I'm thinking it is because I had a dream with her daughter and her son and her granddaughter. That's why. It says, Pastor Mike, I got it. I don't know if you ever heard that song. I got it. Oh, damn. I don't remember how it goes. But anyway, it's called Pastor Mike, I got it. And this last song, all up in your business being nosy. So basically, they see that you're blessed, basically, because it's a song about being blessed, that you're blessed. You got it. You already got it. So somebody sees that you're blessed, and they will all up in your business being nosy. People offline. Why didn't it work? They're confused. So people offline, confused. So this spell work, this blood magic, this tried to water you down and only rejuvenated your garden. So they could have been trying to trash your name, and somebody's trying to figure out why didn't it work. They're confused why that when they was trashing your name and trying to make you look bad, trying to say that you're an easy lay, that you pay for play, that it didn't work. They're confused, and they're now in the panic room. Yeah, this was a crime. They're in the panic room because they know they committed a crime. Defamation of character. It says they believe you will give up the fight and cave in. They think you're weak because they're doing blood magic. Let me explain something to you. If this is my energy, because I'm doing a collective energy reading, but if this is my energy, let me explain something to you, Lucy. No, I will not be giving up because this bitch, there ain't nothing about this bitch that's weak. Not my mind, not my body. Well, maybe sometimes my body. Sometimes my body. Because I'm 43. I ain't no spring chicken over here. Ain't nobody a spring chicken. I'm 43 years old. I have to accept that in 7 years, I will be 50. And we already in the new year. So I'm about to be 44. I just realized we already in the fucking new year. So I'm about to be 44 in July. So yeah, time is going by fast. We aging fast. I ain't no spring chicken. So yes, I am nobody weak. I ain't weak in my mind. Sometimes my body, but damn sure not weak in my soul, bitch. No way, Jose. So go somewhere. You want to keep up the craziness? You want to keep up the fight? Thinking somebody is vulnerable and somebody's gonna cave in? That's all in your imagination, buddy. You gonna drive your crow, especially with me. If you're gonna keep up the crazy shit and the spell work and the harassing and the following and all whatever that you're doing, this organized crime and targeting me, you're going to drive yourself crazy. Because I am not going to give up. Like, I might take a rest, you know what I'm saying? But it doesn't mean that I'm defeated. I'm in the background, not posting and building and creating here and working on ideas here and how to make money in other ways besides online. Since you're trying to stop me from being seen online, my life is not online, is what y'all fail to understand. Y'all the ones that need a social status. I don't need a social status. A bitch like me don't even like attention. I don't even like when motherfuckers stare at me in the fucking street. But at this point, I have to accept that I have been doing this for 3 years, plus my Facebook longer than, and so I've been on the internet a long time. I know I've came across a lot of people that, especially within my area, outside my area, that probably have seen my ass And it's true that I say this because there was somebody that we we was leaving up. I was chilling with my friends, chilling with two friends of mine, and we was at the park. We was leaving the park, and somebody was burning some like incense while I was outside, and it smelled really good. So it stopped us, and we ended up politicking and talking to the person, and he was a Muslim, and he was spiritual, but in this Muslim way, and he was talking about what he was burning, and he sells this oil or whatever. So I gave him a business card because I'm interested in the oil that he's selling because that shit smelled good. And I gave him a business card, and he looked at my business card, and he said, "I think I know you." And I said, I said, "You think you know me?" I said, "From where?" He said, "From Facebook." I said, I put that face like Facebook. I'm not really on Facebook like that, but maybe, you know what I'm saying? You never know. Maybe I've been on Facebook for a long time, and I got 3 profile pages because motherfuckers was trying to shut my ass and put me. I was always being put in Facebook jail because of how I was posting in the groups. I used to be on my grind back then. Anyway, we're not even going to get into that. But, yeah. So, I'm like, okay. And then it dawned on me, I'm like, I'm no longer a regular person that could write. I'm no longer a regular person. There are people in the street that probably have seen me on screen that I'm not aware of, and they're not going to approach me. You know what I'm saying? I have no idea what kind of scent it was. It just smells so good. He made it himself. It was a mixture, so I'm not too sure. But yeah, man. So it dawned on me like, there might be people that have seen me on their phone screen, and I'm just not aware of it. So yeah. And whoever's trying to pull on my energy, I suggest you stop pulling on my energy because it's not going to work out. I'm going to keep reminding you that my energy to you toxic ass individuals that's trying to siphon from me is only going to make you sick. My energy is poison to karmic people, to evil people, to corrupt people, to demonic people, to all those kind of low-body people. It is poisonous to you. I am like poison ivy to you. You will not survive siphoning off of my energy. You will not survive pulling off of my energy. You will not survive. I have made sure that I put into the world that my energy is poisonous to any individual with cruel intentions and malintentions towards me, my mind, my body, my soul, my home, my finance, and my family, my friendship, my connections. Anything of that belongs to me. So if you are a person of malintentions, then let me tell you something. It's not going to work out for you. You're going to be sick. And a sick where you will cease to exist. Because I'm to the point where I am really tired of motherfuckers playing in my energy. And if you do not know how to stop, I have been praying to God to let him know that if they don't stop, you need to remove them off their earth, because that is the only way that they're going to stop. There is no jail that's going to stop them, because if they can still breathe, they can still think. If they can still think clearly, they can still speak out their mouth. If they can still have movement in their feet, they have movement to move towards doing something in a cruel way. So if you are an evil individual, please understand, you better make preparations for your ass and write your goodbye letters to your family. Because at the end of the day, it's an ending of your life that you're doing to yourself. You're committing spiritual suicide, and which will manifest in bad health in the real world. Bad health that you cannot remove from yourself. So I suggest you stop. It says no more lies, don't backtrack, let go of the past. Yeah, there's no more lies. They're in a sticky situation because the truth has been revealed. They can backtrack from the past. The past is catching up. I find you always a blessing, and never seen any poison. Thank you, thank you. So yeah, man, they're in a sticky situation because they fake. Yeah, clean. These circus clowns, they need to clean up their act. These circus clowns need to clean up their act, collective. Yeah, you're important. Yeah, they being blindsided because you're important, collective. Confirmation. It says unwanted touch. I'm not going to say the word, but you already know what that means. Okay, they were unwantedly touching you. Somebody could have wanted to do this to you. They lost grip of reality. This is what somebody wanted to do to you. Or this is what they could have been doing to you spiritually. A system, unforgettable. So this is a system of people, or the system, organized crime, target individual, RICO crime, power abusers. They fell for the trap, infatuated. So you are a trap, collective. You were some kind of trap. They were infatuated with you, and they fell for the trap, and decided to commit crimes against you. An ex-boyfriend that's involved. An ex-boyfriend was saying that you pay for play and that you're an easy lay. Oh yeah, ex-boyfriend? Ex-boyfriend. We're going to talk about my ex-boyfriend on this, after this reading, because there's a reading that I saw that this ex, and I think this is the ex of mine, and we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about what he did, this ex-boyfriend that's trying to hide. He's out here saying that I'm an easy lay, that I pay for play. We're going to talk about that ex-boyfriend that's psycho, that's bipolar, that needs to be on medication. Robbery. A robbery that didn't happen. Or robbery. But robbery. Past is catching up about what this ex-boyfriend did. This ex-boyfriend could be the one that's infatuated with you. And they fell for the trap, lost grip of reality, wanted to unwantedly touch you. Nose itching. For confirmation. Their spells are affecting the people around them, karma heavy. So they're doing spell work, and the spell work is affecting the people that's around them. My nose keeps itching. My nose has never bothered me so much in a reading ever. So either somebody's messing with a voodoo doll while they're watching me, or this is just confirmation, or somebody's being nosy. So you got a fake religion list and an ex-boyfriend. Your ex-boyfriend could be a fake religion list. My ex-boyfriend could be a fake religion list. My ex-boyfriend, your ex-boyfriend, and a fake religion list. An emperor in the reverse is a part of some organized crime that they were targeting you, made you some targeted individual. They are part of some type of RICO crime involved with a bunch of power abusers. And they were out here trying to dismiss your claims about you being targeted. Somebody's trying to attack my crown now. They're trying to tap into my crown. You cannot, bitch. Get the fuck out. They're trying to dismiss your claims as you being paranoid and mental illness. Oh, Jeff? Oh, Jeff? Oh, really? Let's not advertise this drink because they don't pay me. Nobody ain't getting no free advertisements on my channel. So collective. Yeah, somebody's trying to mess with my crown right now because my head is itching now all of a sudden. So my nose itching, crown itching. Somebody's messing with a voodoo doll. Or they doing something. I'm being warned that somebody's messing with that they're attacking my crown. It's making me want to, let me see something. Because ever since I started going live to do my reading, that's when the freaking people want to be out. Those people from church want to start singing. Let's see. Is this group that's outside, are they a part of what's going on with me? No. Wait, hold up. Oh, it's saying yeah. I want to read something real quick. Since fake religion list came out on my table, I want to read something. Is it in this one? Yeah. So, I asked ChatGPT, is there a scripture in the Bible on the consequences of using the word of God or the Bible to curse another individual because of different spiritual beliefs? And it replied, yes. The Bible strongly warns against misusing God's word or his name to harm, curse, or manipulate others. While there isn't a single verse that says don't use the Bible to curse people of other spiritual belief, the principle is made very clear through several scriptures. Misusing God's name or word. Exodus 27. You can find this in the King James Version. Thou shalt not take the Lord's name. Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain. For the Lord will not hold him guiltless that taketh his name in vain. This isn't just about swearing. It's about misusing God's authority or his word for evil purposes. Deuteronomy 18:10-12 warns against using spiritual power, including words, for curses, witchcraft, or harm. Speaking evil over others. James 3:9-10. With the tongue we bless our Lord and Father, and with it we curse people who are made in the likeness of God. Out of the same mouth come blessings and cursings. My brothers and sisters, this should not be. It says using the scripture to curse is still a curse, and James condemns it. Romans 12:14. Bless those who persecute you. Bless and do not curse them. This is direct. We're called to bless, not curse, even those who differ from us spiritually. Twisting scripture for harm. Peter 3:16. Speak of those who distort the scripture to their own destruction. Using the Bible to justify curses falls into this category. Matthew 7:21-23. Jesus warns that some will claim to use his name for power, but he will reject them because they acted lawlessly. Claiming authority in God's name while working against his will brings consequences. God's judgment against cursing. Proverbs 26:2. Like a fluttering sparrow or a daring swallow, an undeserved curse will not land on its intended victim. Trying to curse someone without God's backing has no power, but it can bring judgment back on the one speaking it. Galatians 6:7. Do not be deceived. God is not mocked. For whatever one sows, that will he also reap. If someone sows curses, they reap curses. The Bible makes it clear that using God's word as a weapon to curse others is a misuse of his authority, forbidden by his law, and brings judgment upon the one doing it. Instead of curses, believers are commanded to bless even when others oppose their faith. 17. No weapon formed against you shall prosper, and every tongue that rises against you in judgment shall fall condemned. God protects against spoken curses. Numbers 23:23. There is no enchantment against Jacob, no divination against Israel. God nullifies spells, curses, or manipulation against his people. Galatians 3:13. Christ redeemed us from the curse of the law by becoming a curse for us. Through Christ, you are free from every curse. Here's a little prayer, a quick little prayer when confronted by curses. Father, I reject, or the Most High, I'm going to say the Most High Divine, that's what I'm going to say. The Most High Divine, I reject every word spoken against me that does not align with your word. Let every curse spoken return to the sender harmlessly, and let your blessing and protection cover me in Jesus' name. Amen. But me, God forgive me, fuck her harmlessly. May that shit, you reap what you sow. You wanted to sow pain on another individual. May that same pain that you wanted to another individual, may that be what you reap. There's no sending love and light and not in me with me. I ain't sending my enemies love and light. Bitch, suffer. And maybe your suffering will heal you in some way. You made me suffer. I forgive you. But I don't forget what you did, though. And being that I don't forget, the same pain that you wanted me to be in is the same pain I want you to feel so that you can heal. Because if I had to go through pain to heal, to activate, then I'm guessing that you have to go through the same pain and struggle to heal and activate. No one is left behind from the struggle, motherfucker. Not this dark night of the soul. You got to go through the pain and struggles too. So you going to feel it. You going to suffer, motherfucker. You want to heal properly? You going to feel that pain. You can run from that bitch all the fuck you want. But you can't run for that long. So that shit is going to come right back to you. Past is catching up. Your past will bite you in your ass because you keep running from the shit instead of confronting it. It took me a long time to be open about who I am and how I am in my past and how I used to be in my past. Because I ain't like nobody in my business. But at the same time, I don't care. I'm a grown-ass woman now. My past is my past. I'm not my past. And my past did not define me. And it's not like I was really a wild child or a whore back then. Was I a little promiscuous? Yes. And if somebody want to sit there and try to use my past against me and try to say that that's how I am now, no. And when I was in a relationship, I was in a relationship. When I was with a man, I was with that one man. There was no me fucking dipping and dodging and cheating on people when I'm in a relationship. If I'm not in a relationship, I'm just talking, then I can do what the fuck I want to do. I'm not tied down. I can talk to whoever the fuck I want to talk to. And if I want to fuck them, I can fuck them. But no, I was never a whore. I never sold my ass. I was never no pay for play. I was never no fucking easy lay. And on top of that, I had a very low, not that I had a very low self-esteem about myself, but there were certain parts of my body that I was very self-conscious of. So there was no way that I was an easy lay like that, or it was easy for a guy to get with me like that, because I was very self-conscious about my body. Very, very self-conscious about it. So, yes. So, yeah. And my promiscuities were flings. And they were not one-night stands. I may have had a few one-night stands, but a lot of my flings lasted more than 3 months. You know what I'm saying? So these were people I were actually talking to that
took me out and bought me things and rewind and that. Do you understand? I wasn't being. There was no. There was no. No. I wasn't a bitch that said, yeah, I'm gonna open my legs, come fuck me and give me what I want. Nope, I was not one of those gold diggers. I was not one of those people. And plus, I didn't have to fuck everybody that I hung out with. I hung out with a lot of guys because me and girls, we just. Every time I got a female friend, we had a fight. It was always a fight. There was always some bickering. I got into a fight with most of the female friends that. Most of them, yeah. It was either a physical fight or like arguing, bickering. And I'm like. And I was never a girly girl. You know what I'm saying? I was never a girly girl. I was never a girly girl. I was not one of those who wore the dresses and the shirt skirts and showed her cleavage. And I was never one of those people. And I was a big girl on top of that. I was a fat back then. Really big. I'm not going to say really big, but I was big. Nah, that's not yours. I'm tired of having to do this with you. I'm really tired. That's not yours. That's Raven's. I don't understand. There's 2 bowls. Why you gotta be greedy and eat her shit, bitch? The fuck? So, yeah, like I said, so females, I never really fuck with them like that because there was always something. So I was really a tomboyish girl. I hung out with the niggas. I drank and smoked with the niggas. That's why I know how a guy thinks. Because I watched them do females dirty and I'd be like, y'all niggas is dirty. You know what I'm saying? I was the girlfriend. The girlfriend, not meaning the girlfriend, like the girlfriend. Like I was the girl and the friend. And I was just chilling there like, y'all niggas is grimy. Like that's how I would be. Y'all niggas is grimy. I would see this one dude. He used to have. There was one area I used to live in, and I used to chill with this one group of guys. And this one guy, he had like a bitch for every day of the week. And literally, she popped up. There was a bitch that popped up a different bitch that popped up every day, and I'm like, yo, my nigga, this is my head bitch. This is my braiding bitch. This is my this bitch. This is my that bitch. You know, each different chick let them do different things to them that another chick didn't let them do. You understand? So I'm like, okay, all right. So you just need to find that one. You need to find all those women in one chick and stop fucking a bunch of bitches. Somebody trying to block my throat already? All I'm doing is telling a story, my nigga. So yeah, so I used to be that girl that used to chill with the guys because girls was whack at the time. They was like drama. Wanna fight. Nobody got time to be fighting. I was just trying to live my life. Hey, I was chasing the paper and living my life. I ain't got no time for no hater. I was really living my life because I lived a strict, restricted life. I was over the age of 21. I wasn't being locked down because I had curfew when I was young. My mother was very strict. I had curfew even when I was still living. At 18 years old, I had a curfew because I was still living under her roof. And I'm talking about the times I'm talking about where I'm talking the group of people that I'm talking about is when I had a curfew. I still had to be home at 11 o'clock. I had to still ask my mother if I could stay out till 12 o'clock. And I'm like 18, 19 years old. Okay? There was no time for me to be a little hoe around the town because I had a strict mother. I'm sorry. I had to be home. And if I didn't go home, I would be locked out. And a bitch like me was not sleeping in the streets. So my ass was home. My ass was home sometimes. Because don't get it twisted. I used to break the rules a lot too. And break curfew. Because I'm like, I'm old enough. You're not going to fucking have me fucking locked down. But now I sit back and I think about why. I know why she did it. And I know why my mother was so strict. And especially I'm a female. And there's crazy people out in the world. And nasty, perverted men. And I'm not a person that was ugly. I might have been a big girl, but I was not ugly. And back when I was living where I was living, the group of people I was living with over there, around, not living with, but living around, I wasn't fit. I wasn't big. I was skinny. I lost a lot of weight. So I don't know what my mother was. I don't know what she was born to do. I guess she ain't doing it though. So yeah, man. So I was never a girly girl. I started being more girly when I started to be more adultish. After my son. After I had my son, I started being more feminine-ish. But I'm still rough around the edges though. Yeah. That she does. So yeah, man. These people be trying to use your past against you. Being that there was some reason that I talk about that. Trying to use your past against you. All up in your business being nosy. That's what they could have did to me. Trying to use my past against me. An ex-boyfriend was out here saying this ex-boyfriend that stole, that robbed me, that robbed you. I'm always gonna be rough around the edges. I'm not that pretty pocket little princess. That is not me. I am Fiona from Shrek. That's who I be. Oh my God. Oh, jeez Louise. Collective. These people. So somebody with the letters A or U could be a part of this. And your family has a part to do with it. Somebody in your family with the letter A or U, a Leo. My cooking moments. Talk about cooking. I didn't even cook today. I'll be showing my cooking moments or on my Facebook. You talking about my pictures that I be taking about my food on my Facebook? I used to do that. I don't even do that no more. I just reconnected to my Facebook too. Because I was not online. I was not on my Facebook for a while. Because I don't do social media. On here. Oh, when I used to show my little cakes and stuff. So collective, let's talk about this ex-boyfriend. I want to talk about this ex-boyfriend. You would try different stuff out until yeah, stay away from bacon. Stay away from pork, period. In general. We're not even supposed to be eating that shit. I don't read the Bible, but it literally says that in the Bible. I mean, don't eat no pork. Because if you really think about it, pigs are pets. Pigs are smart. Pigs are like a dog. You can have a pig like a dog. Why would you want to eat a pig? You can just have a pig like a pet. Even though, don't get me twisted, that pernil be good though. That pernil be good. But don't eat pork. I rarely even eat meat anymore. I don't even eat meat no more like that. Honestly. Chicken once in a blue moon. Steak, once in a blue moon. And that's really once in a blue moon. And I love me some steak. I love me steak. And I love me some ribs. But they gotta be beef, not pork. But I don't even eat any of that no more. I really don't. Not with all this fake shit, this fake meat shit that's going on over there. I'm like, I'm Gucci. Somebody brought me patelillos, right, with chicken the other day, and when I bit into the chicken part, I was like, I don't think this is real chicken, because the way it tasted, it just did not. I was like, The best thing about that whole thing was the whole crust, the pastry part. I was like, I took all the chicken out and just ate the pastry part, because that shit was. I was like, that is not chicken. Whatever was in that patelillo was not chicken. I'm plant-based and salmon. I like steak and ribs, but been so fake meat. Yep. I do the salmon and then I do that. Shrimp. I stopped eating shrimp. I was a shrimp person. I stopped eating that too. But I'm about to get me a bag of shrimp. I love me some crab legs, but I stopped eating that shit too. Honestly, there's certain seafoods that I like, but I don't like to eat seafood because I don't like the way it smells. And I'm not talking about when I'm eating it, if you get my drift. I don't like the way it makes my body. I don't like the way it makes my body smell. So I try to stay away from eating fish. Any seafood. Because I don't like it. I don't like it. Anything you eat is what your body is what you're going to smell like. So if you're eating fish, then guess what? Yo, you going to smell fishy, bitch. So I don't like that shit. So I try to not eat so much seafood because I'm okay. Gucci, especially crabs. Oh no. I'm giving too much TMI, but I'm just saying it's the truth. I'm just talking. Fuck it. I'm just being me. But yeah, man. Collective. I don't know if I want to pull anymore. There's no point in pulling anymore. Because it says their spells are affecting the people around them and the past is catching up. And this is an ex-boyfriend that's involved, a fake religionist that's racist, somebody in your family that's a Leo that has a lot to do with everything that's going on. And nobody else really came out. Oh, this ex-boyfriend that was an abuser that's trying to fake and lie that he abused me. Let's talk about this abuser. So I was watching a reading about how my ex-boyfriend is out here trying to lie. He's the one that's probably lying on my name because he wants me back and I don't want him his abusive ass back. He's the reason why my son got removed from me. He abused my son. He abused me. He want to fake like he not a baby abuser. He not a woman abuser, but he is. How can you lie? I got court papers. My mother still got court paper. We still have old court papers. You know what I'm saying? And if you was in my house trying to, and if you was able to fucking get rid of some papers, because I know there's some papers that's missing in my house, because motherfuckers probably in my shit. You missed a few. Because I still got some. So, and my mother definitely got it. You see how they're trying to block my throat? As soon as I start talking about my ex-boyfriend, Mr. Crawford, huh? He's an artist. He draws. I don't know if he draws anymore, but when I met him, he was an artist. He draws. Water sign, Scorpio, King of Cups energy that's coming out of the King of Cups. He thinks he's my divine masculine because he's watching his readings and he's hearing that I'm with a King of Cups. I'm supposed to be with a King of Cups, so there's a King of Cups in my energy. So this nigga's delusional and he thinks that he's the King of Cups. No, nigga, you're not the King of Cups. I have already met the King of Cups that I was supposed to meet, and it ain't you. And the person that is the true King of Cups, because the true King of Cups is the true King of Cups. Is a true King of Cups. Let's put it that way. It ain't you, King of Cups. It ain't the ex-boyfriend King of Cups. And my son's father is a King of Cups. Is a water sign as well. Another Scorpio. Scorpio. No thank you. Y'all crazy. Don't like y'all. Y'all psychotic. Y'all mental and y'all delusional. Y'all fucking... I swear y'all shit don't stink. Fuck a Scorpio. So this ex-boyfriend, I met him when I gave birth to my son, a few months after I gave birth to my son. And, you know, I was in a vulnerable place at that time, and I thought I needed help taking care of my son. But anyway, so my mind at that time was in a vulnerable state, and I ended up meeting him a few months after I had my son and moved into my own apartment and met this nigga. Started chilling with this nigga, and at first we was chilling as friends, just smoking and chilling, and then I come to get to know him and realize that, you know, he has the gift of gab, and he's a little smart, a little bit, the way he thinks, and very cunning, and was talented, was artist. Could draw his ass off. I give him that. He could draw his ass off. But he was mental, and I didn't realize that until later. He's bipolar. Needed to be on fucking antipsychotic medication. Family's a bunch of drunks and drug addicts. And I guess he wanted me to experience what he experienced in his life, where he was removed from his mother's life. His mother had to fight for her kids back, fight for them back. But they try to give me that experience. Made me lose the rights to my son. Made me lose the rights to my son. Stop me from being a mother to my child. Stop me from providing for my child. Stop me from having a proper bond with my child. He is an abuser. He ain't no divine masculine. He's a woman abuser, a child abuser, almost trying to set me up. I think he robbed some place. My phone is about to die. I think he robbed some place with some chick or some other people back then and try to get me caught up in it. Police came to my house looking for him because the stupid motherfucker dropped his ID. He dropped his ID robbing a place where he lives at. He was shitting where he was eating. And then I think he robbed somebody that lived in my building And the chick knew who he robbed the bud man, right? And the chick knew, and I didn't know this until after. Cause she's like, I know he robbed me. Your boyfriend robbed me. Your boyfriend robbed me. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? I don't know what the fuck you talking about. She was telling me that my boyfriend at the time would rob them. And I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about. And then I come to realize he did do it. And then when I went through my whole thing with my child, there was one time in St. Patrick's Day. I remember it was on St. Patrick's Day, March 17, 2026. My son was born 2025. March 17, 2006. That's 2026. That's 2026. 2006. I come home from a court hearing where they have just taken the rights from me, told me that I was unable to see my son, that I had to see my son with visitations. I come home to somebody being in my apartment trying to rob me. And I know it was him. And while I'm unlocking my door, the person in my house was locking my door back right after I was unlocking my door. They were still in my house. I know it was him. The nigga has hit me in the street where I've had blood spread out on my nose because he cut me, even though it was a little cut, but little cuts give the most blood. He cut me in my face and my nose where I was bleeding outside, all because I did not want to wash laundry anymore. I did not want to wash my clothes no more. I left. I walked out the laundromat and I walked back home because I was not going to deal with his shit. He was arguing with me in the laundromat. I was like, fuck this shit. You're not embarrassing me in the street. And the nigga punched me outside. The nigga one time was kicking me in my face or kicking me on my body. I was on the floor, was kicking me, talking about I love you. Nigga, you don't love me. Until I got sick and tired of him putting his hands on me, that I fought back, and I gave him, he has a scar on his arm from right here to maybe all the way up here. I don't know if it's still there, but maybe it healed well. But I know the motherfucker has a scar from maybe almost where his wrist is at to a little bit past up here because I cut his ass. Because I was done with him putting his hands on me. Then he want to guilt trip me and talk about that. That he almost lost his arm. I almost caught an artery. He tried to guilt trip me back so he could come back. It worked. Don't get it. It worked. Because I did feel bad. It did work. Come to find out years later, this motherfucker the entire time that I was with him was doing spell work on me. I done call him cheat on me a bunch of times, even in the street, walking with a chick, with her, walking in the arm with her and oh God, walking in the street with her. She looked like the girl she reminded me of the girl that was from, what's that movie? A Bronx Tale. Remember that movie, A Bronx Tale, the black girl? That's what she reminded me of. The Bronx Tale, the black girl from the Bronx Tale. Walking in the street with her. On his block where he lives. And I happened to be riding in a car with my friends. And I was just leaving my house to go all hang out. To go to my friend Sandra's house. May she rest in peace. And he was walking with the girl. And then another girl called my house asking for him. The disrespect, I'm telling you. And then another chick that I met in a center when I was dealing with the whole son when my son was already moved and they had me going to mandatory program shit. A girl that I met in the program, he was no longer supposed to be in my house, and I still was allowing him back in my house. I was fucking with his stupid ass. And I sent him to her house because my mother was coming to my house. This was on my mother's birthday. I remember, I'm telling you, I remember the dates. It was my mother's birthday. I forgot what year it was. And I asked homegirl if he could go over there for a little while because he can't be in my house while my mother's here. She said, yeah, the bitch fucked him. He came back to my house. She called me on the phone and told me I sucked your man's dick. I said, oh yeah? Do you think that she ever showed back up to the program? You think she showed her face back to the program after she said that? No, because she knew I was going to fuck her ass up. I should have listened to her when she said she was a hoe, because she said she was a hoe. She told me she was a hoe. And I was just like, okay. I should have believed her. No, I didn't. I never got the sunflower lecithin for my teeth because, you know, motherfuckers is messing with my monies. So, no, I have not been able to do much of anything. They messing with my welfare at this point. Trying to mess with my case. So it is what it is. Eventually everything is going to come to me in due time when all these people are completely out of my life, because right now obviously there's somebody that's still trying to take from me. They still here. They must be still breathing at this point, because anybody that you will cease to, we can't live in the same earth together. Okay? So they must still be alive if my money not right. Okay? So if my money's not right yet, is they still alive? They still breathing. So, but they obviously still doing what they're doing, and I guess they don't have too much time because their spells are affecting not only them, but the people around them. And they refuse, and it says they refuse to stop the spell work and rituals, so death is coming to visit. It already came out on the board that they are going to pass away. Yes and yes. So, at the end of the day, they still alive. They have to pass away. They're gonna have to pass. They have to pass. Unfortunately, and I'm gonna say unfortunately because it's sad. Hold on, I'm turning because I don't want to advertise this. I'm not trying to advertise nobody's product on camera. I ain't getting paid to be advertising nothing. I'm not getting, so I'm not gonna advertise the bitch. But yeah, man. I just lost track of what I was saying. Yeah, so basically they refuse to stop. So as far as my energy goes, these people who are doing what they're doing with this blood magic sacrifice shit, we cannot live in the same earth together. And I'm connected to earth. So you're not, they're not. So that's why whatever you're doing is not working. The Most High Divine is my creator, and Mother Gaia is Mother Gaia. It's the foundation, is my foundation. Is where the Most High got to create, got from creating, picked from the earth. I am a part of earth. I am one with earth. As are we all a part of earth, but you know, people be disconnected and shit. They don't be connected to the earth.
This ex-boyfriend fell for the trap. And it says ex-boyfriend robbery. I know my ex-boyfriend robbed for me. And I know exactly what ex-boyfriend is because my mother had a dream about him already. My mother already had a dream about this ex-boyfriend, the one that abused me, the abuser. Already had a dream that this nigga is a part of a cult. And her dream was, let's repeat the dream. She had a dream that she was going down to the basement to get a bottle of wine. And she saw a bunch of people in black hoods in a circle surrounding him. And he was hanging upside down. And they were beating him. And this was last year, 2 years ago. Same. Likewise. Have a good night. So I know exactly what ex-boyfriend it is. So I don't know why they're trying to hide. Because I was already informed that it's this person. I was already giving in confirmation that it was this ex-boyfriend. So I already know what ex-boyfriend it is. Why would I want to get back with an abuser? And then when I was watching this reading, it said that they're delusional, that they think they're going to keep doing what they're doing and I'm going to crash and I'm going to... No, I'm not going to. I don't want to have nothing to do with you. I don't want to. I don't even know what I would do if I see you. We're not cool. And then the motherfucker had the nerve to message me on Facebook in the, like 2021, the year 2020 and 2021. Like if everything was cool, asking about my son. Why the fuck you asking about my son? That ain't your son. You ain't got no concern about that. So don't worry about my son. And you abuse my son. Don't ask about my son. Why don't you tell me the truth? How about that? Talk about that he don't think it's wise. His peoples don't think it's wise for him to tell me. To say anything. And then he want to act like he don't know what he's talking, that he don't know what I'm talking about when he's talking about what he did to my son. Don't talk to me like I'm stupid. I know you. I know you. I know you better than you know yourself, motherfucker. You forget? How I was trying to help you? How my own mother was trying to help his ass too. You tripping. You bugging. You get the fuck out of here. Yeah, you did lose a good one. You decided to put your hands on somebody that actually has some type of care and concern. I didn't love you. Let's make that clear. I never loved you. I was care and concerned because I thought you had potential and I saw you came from a dysfunctional family. I kind of felt bad. That's what I did. And at the same time, and in the state that I was in, I was looking for a boyfriend. Yes, I was at that time. But no, you met me when I just gave birth and I was in a vulnerable place. I'm not in a vulnerable place anymore. So, yeah. The moment that I found out that he got locked up, there was one time because I was still, I don't even know why I was still seeing him after everything. But, again, that's that spell work that I'm learning about in the readings. He was doing spell work. Love spells, free will control. So he was controlling my free will. But there was this one time I went to go visit him as this friend of a mutual friend of ours, this guy that sold movies, right? That we used to get our movies from. We sold movies. We used to sell movies. The movie guy. He used to live with the movie guy. He ended up telling me that he got locked up because he started walling out. He kicked in a some Chinese store or something. I don't know what. He threw a chair, something there. He broke a glass. He did something to a store window that got him locked up. And I said, oh, Great. And ever since then, that was the end of me ever seeing him ever again, because he ended up getting locked up. Yeah, no, a little creepy. When we were still connected and he was still living in the area and I broke up with him and I was still living in the same area, nigga was stalking me. Like literally stalking me, following me in the area. And I'm over here trying to escape him while I'm pushing my son in the carriage. I see him on one side. I have to cross the street. If I cross the street, he's crossing the street to try to get in front of me. Like, nah, no, I know who it is. I know exactly who it is. I don't want you. I ain't never loved you. You ain't never coming back into my fucking life. Your spell working not working no more. You did a little bit too much and you think I'm going to want you back. You try to ruin my life. You got my son removed from my custody. You did not allow me to be a mother to my child because you're a psycho. And you really think that I'm going to allow you back in my life? And then I find out what you're doing spiritually to me through, you're tripping. You're something wrong with you. There's something wrong with you. I knew that there was one time I seen him. I was walking at the time, my man, at the time this person was my man. And I was walking with him and I remember seeing my ex-boyfriend on the concourse and I was tripping. And it spooked me a little bit that the guy that I was with, that was my boyfriend at the time, he was like, you all right? And I was like, yeah. I was like, I'm not too sure, but I could have swore I just saw my ex. And it was him. Now I think about it. Motherfucker was stalking me. And I caught him. Or not that I was stalking, or maybe he wasn't stalking me, but I ended up bumping into him. Not too far where I lived. Yeah, so I know who it is. I know who this ex-boyfriend is, and he is. You could fucking lie all you want, and this is the only ex that I know that's trying to have a social status, an image, because all the other ones, they're not with that. One of them is not even. They'll barely be online, as far as exes goes. I don't even know because I don't watch nobody's pages. But back then on Facebook, they weren't those types. He is the type. Yeah, I know who it is. I don't know why he out here trying to front. So you can front all you want. I'm going to keep saying the same story because it ain't nothing going to change about the story. It's going to keep being the same story. My story ain't going to switch. The same story over and over again. You a psycho. You a psycho who's bipolar. You got obsessed with me. And you need to leave me alone. And you doing a little bit too much. You think you got big dick energy, nigga? You ain't got that big dick energy. It ain't that serious. You thought I was gonna be dick whipped? I'm not a bitch that gets dick whipped. I ain't never been a bitch that get dick whipped. Ever. In my life. My 43 years of age. Ever. Been hooked on dick. You high yellow ass motherfucker. Get the fuck out of my energy, you little bitch. You got fucking problems. You can fucking sit there and fucking try to spiritually bully me and fucking try to do all the spell work you want and do all this stupid music messages. No. Never gonna get it. 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 Never get it. No, you're never gonna get it. My loving. No, you're never gonna get it. Not this time. It came out. Ooh, bah. Ex-boyfriend is never gonna get my loving again. No, you not.
So you could just stop the foolishness. Okay? All of y'all people could stop the foolishness. Because y'all not going to win. Not with me. Not with me. On that note, I'm going to end this. I'm done gibbering and jabbering. And talking my shiznits. I just want to put it out there. That this ex-boyfriend that thinks if he keeps on that I'm going to cave in. I'm really not. I'm really not. It's crazy that you think I am, but I'm really not. So you're going to drive yourself ragged. And anybody else that thinks I'm going to cave in or give up because y'all doing these hocus pocus shit, I'm really not. I could hocus pocus too. I could return to sender at you. And all you're going to get is your energy that you're sending at me times 3. Remember. So, don't be mad. When you get hit back with your own energy that I'm going to return back to you, because I'm going to return that shit back to you. Whether you like it or not, I'm not going to sit here and be like, yes, send that negative shit to me. I'm going to eat it. No, I'm not going to eat it. I'm done eating that shit. We're going to send that shit right back. I've accumulated and I've transmuted enough and I've pocketed enough of your energy where now we sending that shit back with force. That's how much energy I've accumulated from y'all. Fuck a manifesting off of the energy that you send. Now we're going to do return to senders until y'all come to an end. Hey. So thank you for your energy because I pocket that shit. Now it's turn to return. Now it's time to get back on my game because I was slackerjacking. I wasn't lighting my candles. But we're going to be, you ritualistically lighting them candles. I'm going to ritually light my return to senders. Okay. So collective. What time is it? It's 12 o'clock. I may or may not do a late night live, but I don't know. My phone is dying, so probably most likely not. If anything, I see y'all's mañanas. Oh, my phone is at 5%. Warning. So it's time for me to go. Collective, you already know. This was a collective and a personal rant. And enjoy. Bye. See you later.